What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Vash, joined, as always, by the chipmunk aficionado himself, Chef Crondo. You want to say hi?
Chef Crondizzy.
You want to say hi?
He's still got Egg McMuffin.
Still got Egg McMuffin in his face, so he can't say hi. And then, as well as the, what do you have on your shirt, Dom? Is that Japanese? No, it's not Japanese.
It's Empire Strikes Back.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
The opening crawl, Empire Strikes Back. Got it in Little Tokyo in LA. Actually, Matt Clammer got me this shirt. Probably like, Jesus, dude, 9 years ago. Nice.
But anyway, joining us live from New York, it's Dom Galliano.
I wish I had a SNL skit to follow with it, or like at least like the.
You give us your monologue.
The saxophones.
Would be good.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here. I'm not funny enough for that stuff, you know.
You are funny in your own ways.
I'm not funny. I'm a clown.
Funny looking.
I'm Pagliacci. Pagliacci, whatever.
I don't know. Anyway, this thanks everyone for coming out and listening to us rant and ramble on the Overachievers in Gaming Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at og.podcast. Our Twitter is OverachieversP. Our X is OverachieversP now? I don't know what it is. Our website is ogpodcast.fm, where you can get this episode and every episode where we talk about video games, what we're playing, what we're looking forward to, and a little bit of gaming news. For those who know, and for those who have followed, understand that today is a very special episode.
Oh shit! It's episode 100.
Hundo for the normal podcast.
For normal, right?
We're
not including
like 160 something. With
not including all,
not including the
strike
the
force,
40 something we did for that bullshit ass game that we don't talk about.
And then also we've done the little recaps of different shows, and
we tried to do in The Last of Us, so then we never finished it.
Bro, we could totally fucking do one for Ahsoka because that show is the shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I forgot. I haven't watched it yet. I've been so busy at work. I haven't even.
I'm in the same boat. We just finished it up yesterday.
I need to watch it.
Real like non.
There's only 4 episodes out right now. So
yeah, non-spoiler, quick overview. Badass. Moving on. That's all there is to say about it.
Yeah, I definitely need to watch. Wow.
What's the actress name? Well, I can't think of her name.
Rosario Dawson.
Fucking brilliant, dude.
She's like.
Well,
she's.
I love her being with Clerks too. Like she's like, I love her role in that. She's in way better movies than that. But I'm just saying, like for me personally, like I always think about her.
Come on.
Yeah, right. She's in some fucking incredible movies. You're
gonna just name drop Rent like that. That's the one you go to.
Yeah.
Well, he's a film guy. Of course, he's gonna go for
100.
Rent.
Dude, Charlie is a fucking
minutes.
Charlie is like an imposter film guy. Charlie once didn't get a job because when they asked him what he gets his visual cues from, he said video games. They were expecting other like DPs or like film or whatever. He's like, oh, like Uncharted.
No, I literally said the funny thing is you're not wrong. I literally lost a job.
I know. I remember this. I remember how ridiculous this conversation was.
And I was like,
you weren't ridiculous. You can get your visual cues from literally anything. That was also an old mentality.
That was just
thing.
That was one thing that I said. They're like, so who's your favorite DP? It's like, well, I don't really have a favorite DP right now. I just I like a lot of things, but what I'm really like exploring is I'm really enjoying the cinematography for The Last of Us, because it's really it's like, what is The Last of Us? Like, oh, it's this like super interactive video game that's like more like a story concept as opposed to like running around and doing stuff. And they're like, and they just looked at me. They're like, okay, we don't want our movie to look like a video game. I'm like, no, it's not. It's using the medium in a different format to make it look cinematic. It's like really well done.
Like
I really like
video game, pal.
I'm just like, yeah, and I didn't get the job because of that, which is hilarious. But also, like, I saw that movie when it came out, and I was like, that movie sucked. Like, I'm kind of glad I didn't do it.
And now you're Ryan Reynolds' personal dude. Look where
there are perks to things.
There are perks
to like not having to deal with bullshit. But anyway, so episode 100. How do we get here?
How did we get, Charlie? What? You know what? Let's take a quick trip down memory lane. What happened here? When was it? Were you what started it? I don't remember how we started this.
I believe, and somebody correct me, if I'm wrong. You can like drop a comment and whatnot, because we're putting all these on the YouTubies.
The YouTubies, my father would say.
The do-tudes?
No, my dad just pluralizes everything.
Yeah, I know.
The YouTubes.
YouTubes.
Well, he wouldn't even know YouTube. He wouldn't even actually. No, he
YouTubes?
does know what YouTube is because he sits in his chair. It has YouTube on like his like Roku TV, and will like search for like ASMR cabin videos.
Nice.
I'm not even joking you. And like he can't type it in his remote, so he goes.
The wind.
He goes. YouTubes. And it never gets it. And it's just it's like a mix of funny and sad because my dad's unfortunately getting up there, but. Yeah, he loves just watching like dudes build cabin in the fucking forest that has no like talking. But yes, no. How did this happen? What happened?
Before I do that, turn your camera a little camera left or move yourself.
I'm on the middle. Sorry, because I look at our squad cast. I have Twitch open. Yeah, I forget that I'm not.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
So how did we get to this? I think it initially came down to I had started a podcast with a bunch
That's right.
of
You
friends.
had one. Yeah.
Where it was called Dudes Talking Tech, and we like started just like having conversations about tech and whatever. And some of them were like, "Hey, let's do an episode about gaming." And like we had an episode about gaming, like the games we played. And I really enjoyed talking about it because I actually brought a lot to the conversation because I play a lot of games. But then that podcast quickly went downhill because they realized that like there was just not enough time. Everyone was busy and so on and so forth. But I really enjoy podcasting, so I was like, okay, well, I didn't know back then. I was not as familiar with audio as I am now. It's like, you know what? I need to learn something new. This is something new. I kind of enjoy this. Let's figure out, and I want to challenge myself. So I went and talked to a few people who was just interested in just talking about video games. And I think it randomly came up in a conversation, Dom, and I think just like, you want to just try this for a little bit?
I think what's funny about it is at the time I was also I was at Off Hollywood. But I was trying to get a job in video games, and so I started immersing myself more outside of just hobbying video games. That's when I started streaming. When we started doing the podcast, I thought the podcast would help. And yeah, I was like, this is yeah. And then it was like a year into it that we got Chef, right? About a year, or was it more? I don't remember. I remember.
I don't remember.
I think we were doing Strikeforce stuff, and you're like, oh, I have a buddy. That's
you were definitely doing Strikeforce stuff, and somebody was like, yo, you should be on this, because that's when I was doing the Saturday morning summons thing.
Yeah, that's right. I remember Charlie. Did he freeze? No, he's good. Yeah, I remember you being like,
Charlie's just Mr. Anderson. He's just over there like,
you know what it was? I remember we were finding it difficult to always schedule both of us at the same time. And you were like, oh, if we get a third person, if one of us has to not be there.
Funny how that worked out.
Yeah.
Although we did do a bunch of episodes where it was just one or the other of us. So.
Yeah. Well,
a handful of episodes.
That's right. Wow. What a trip. How many? It's like 3 years now, right? No, more
5.
than that. 5 years. Wow.
2017, my friend, or 2018.
Wow. Yeah, 2018.
Well,
wow.
I technically started doing stuff at the beginning of 2020 because I was in Nashville for like the one episode we did with Remen, where I was in the hotel room.
That was right.
That was right before. That was right before COVID,
right?
Yeah, it was right before COVID because that was that was like the last thing I got to do before COVID. I remember,
and that was right before. Yeah, because I remember shortly after. It wasn't that long after we all did that charity thing that that Italian dude set up.
Yeah, where you
first
so eloquently crushed the can on your forehead.
That's when it all started. Yeah, thank God that isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure your forehead is grateful that you don't have to do that anymore.
My brain cells are grateful, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost. Yeah, it's a couple years out of my life.
A few. Yeah. But all for the pod, right? All
for the fam.
All for the clicks.
You know, there was a brief moment where I feel like we were like crushing it in that sense. It was really because we were like, I feel like we had a voice in MSF, and that was such an easy way to like. And the dumb shit. I mean, you wore the shark costume that one time, right? I remember.
Oh my God, dude.
Some funny stuff.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Why did I have to do that? I don't even remember. What was the bet? There was like there was some bet I lost. Yeah, but like, but what was the bet?
I don't know. I just remember.
Oh man, I remember I had to do a stream with the baby shark costume on, and then I ended up pulling something really good. So every time I wanted to get good luck, I would just randomly disappear and come back with the baby shark costume on.
Does MSF still exist?
Oh yeah. It 1000% exists.
It's got bought by the Saudis, so now it's
check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out. Funny enough, the other day I was on TikTok and I got an ad from a game on I got an ad from a Scopely game. They somehow turned Monopoly into a gacha style.
I mean,
game.
everything will be gacha, right?
Yeah, like it's just
wow. Though how the mighty have fallen though. Like if you go to search Strike Force on stream and there's just like no one streaming it, and the few that are, it's very low. That's crazy.
Dude, the game's dog shit. Do any of
the big peeps still stream it that we're doing?
I've seen Valley streaming it. Valley
Redmond doesn't do it anymore.
Redmond doesn't do it. Redmond quit.
He quit. He still streams though.
He streams. No, he's not doing Strike Force anymore.
What about what was the other ding dong mobile gamer?
Mobile gamer. I don't know. Maybe I have no idea.
I think he does. Yeah, because if you look up his YouTube videos,
dude, wait, is he not streaming? Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Mobile 365. He's not live right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
anyways,
he still does it. He still does. No, wait. Yeah, he still does it. Surprisingly.
I mean, it's an easy game to shit on, so it just gives you good views, so it's fun. So I fully support that.
He's a beard now. Oh my god! Wow.
Yeah, I don't even want to see that.
A child.
He looked like a child to begin with, just a grown up child. But.
Oh yeah, Brad's in here. Bradley, who else? Anyone else stream it still? I don't know. What about we had our boy
Tony Scungili.
Oh yeah,
Tony Scungili, that fucking guy, man.
That's very funny.
We definitely had some characters that we ran across in that space.
I mean, I feel like to have been to stream
my camera for just a second.
To stream it. Oh, that's funny. You had to have been a character in some way, right? I don't know. It's funny. But yeah, wow. 100 episodes later. What was our first? Oh, I mean, we had
the first one was Upshaw when we talked about Fortnite.
We had our wonderful. Wolverthor. Oh, I love Wolverthor.
Oh yeah, Wolverthor. Yeah. Wolverthor was a regular on the pod.
Wolverthor was probably one of my
favorites. I still like him. I gotta figure out what he ever. I gotta run. What?
What? I came out like
it was just like hilarious.
I came out emerging from the clouds, dude.
Oh yeah, we had our Instagram hacked. That was funny.
Oh yeah,
never forget that. For no reason. Like, who the fuck were we?
What I think we were like doing like a weird like
we had a giveaway at the time.
And someone hacked it and deleted all of our accounts.
Yeah, it was really whack.
But
wow.
Who else? We had Tony Scungili. We had Dismal Content, the guy from the Aviary, Micah.
Wait,
Dismal, who the fuck was Dismal Content?
Yeah, a lot of good people on.
Dismal was somebody I knew personally who was like was one of the chef de cuisines at the Aviary, which was world renowned cocktail lounge.
Yeah, so. I'm curious to. We haven't had a guest on in a long time.
We should bring a guest.
No. We should do it again. That was a lot of fun. I think the last person we had on was Hooch. I want to say either Hooch or Stan.
Yeah, for one of the end of the years, right?
Hooch vibes with us well. Yeah,
he's such a funny dude. Is he still streaming? Oh, not Hooch. No, I'm thinking. No, I'm sorry. I'm not thinking of Hooch. I'm thinking of what's our English buddy? No.
Oh, you're thinking of Shanksy.
Oh, I feel so bad right now. Shanksy.
Yeah. Shanksy is definitely still streaming. Yeah, I've seen him from time to time.
Last I talked to him, he took a job as a prison guard.
What?
Yeah. But he's in the UK, so it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, not like violent offenders as somebody who beats people up in the pub. Like, right. Like, what are you doing?
Me and the boys got a little bit rowdy after the last Arsenio game, smashing fucking bottles and everything. That's just what that is. That's really funny.
But yeah, we got.
I remember we also did. We recorded a video in my old apartment. Was that like our intro video? That was like, we're doing this or something.
That was when we were doing the Patreon.
The Patreon.
So we tried to attempt to do that, and then we're like, well, we don't really. It's like, well, we'll stream live, so there's no reason for someone to actually watch us live. And then we release literally 2 days after we stream. So it's like, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with that one. But like, yeah.
It's okay, because you got your boy Florida Man's Pokemart over here about to take off.
Hey, you know what? I think it is going to take off.
Dude, you've got some crazy views on that already.
Like already up to 1,000 for just existing. I feel like I feel like that could really take.
Yo, the last one was good, right? Like with the song that I found for the last one. I remember I was sitting there and I was high as shit, and I was just like, I was scrolling through, listening to all the songs, and it just immediately had me being like, like I like this one, and I feel like I find myself when I make these TikTok videos, I have more fun trying to make the little edits and nuances. But the one thing that sucks, right? Hear me out, and you guys will understand this, is that their algorithm, and this is actually a known fact by digital marketers, their algorithm supports organic traffic for people that create their video natively through their app. Okay. So like by using their phone editing software, you're going to naturally get more views because their system can internally track that. If I were to take a video that I created in, what do you guys use to make videos, Charlie?
Premiere.
Like if I use Premiere to make a video and ported it over, it eliminates that ability for natural growth. So you immediately have to start paying for the paid traffic in order to actually get any form of traffic on your page. So let me tell you that that's the one thing that annoys me is like the sound effects and things like that are limited. Like I'd love to use more like whimsical comedic sounds and things like that.
I mean, they're already really cute,
limited.
Though. I think you did a really good job with what you added in and where you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So do you film with your iOS, your camera app, and then add it in there, or do you actually film with the TikTok app? Because I've actually never done that.
No, I film everything on my phone, and then I just I upload it into their thing. I think it can tell if you're using it from your phone or not, because that's what I read is that like if you're going to be an individual that wants to jumpstart yourself on TikTok, it was recommended. I watched like 4 or 5 different videos from people that are like doing master classes on in a very fucking weird sense, right? Like, you know how we like re-roll accounts, like that, it like for a game, like, I don't know, like I'll use Octopath because like Stan talks about it all the time. Like you re-roll to get like the best character upon the beginning. There's people out there that re-roll TikTok accounts just because they're so fucking good at growing and making money on there that they're doing it to make I don't know what the word would be, like funnels.
Side hustle for your side hustle.
Yeah, exactly. They're side hustling, selling their secrets to other people, and it's cracks me up. But anyways, in this process, that's what it was. I learned that. I know we're not here to learn about TikTok. But
no, it's interesting though, because I would love to do that for us on the podcast as well as just for me personally.
It's time consuming, it is very time consuming. And I understand why video editors cost a lot of money now, because it's extremely tedious to sit there and like constantly like split things and run the time up and like, drop the sound here and then sound cue there. Is this sound cue 1.0 second? Like I get it, like it makes sense to me now why it's so intricate and how there can be like a massive skill cap in terms of like being able to spot out like very small nuances that the average consumer would completely go way over their head. But like somebody that does it for a living, you're just kind of like, they should have used this there, or like, that was shoddy, So
I see that stuff all the time, and it's super annoying. And so it's like the best editors are the ones. So the best editing is the edits you don't notice. That's the best editing.
Okay.
So that's the best way. I mean, it's what I mean by that is just
a little different though. On like,
I think I get what you're saying.
Not by like cut, whatever. That's whatever. But I just mean
it's like when you're forcing it, right? Like when you use them.
If you're engrossed in the content, you don't notice that people are editing. That's when it's like you can consider yourself like a good editor, essentially, because you're more concentrated on the content and what's happening as opposed to like forcing you to like, oh, the hair was wrong here or the lighting's different there or whatever. Like you're more like. Sometimes like you can get away with like mismatched continuity, as we call it, where like it doesn't matter because you're so engrossed in what's happening, and it's like good performances and everything from the film side. So but I've been one of the things that I've been kind of like struggling with lately is I've just been trying to figure out like what's the best. I need to find like a different creative outlet, because like playing, like as much as this is a podcast about playing video games and discussing them, like playing games and.
Sorry, did you say another creative outlet? Charlie, the Knights,
Warhammer,
the cities of Sigmar. Where's Sigmar call to you? Look at this.
I mean, I will 100%. I just got to start.
Look at this night. No, listen.
Gotta catch 'em all.
You would definitely.
I know it's my destiny
with the fantasy one.
I mean, absolutely. Cool. I like that better than the
no, I know.
Space Marines, but No, I'm just saying, but like I got to figure out like how best to
Look at
do.
this dude's fucking like
Yeah.
mace.
And, you know, that's the thing about like about being
focus on it, baby.
that's the thing about being like a content creator on the internet, right? Is like that there's already so many people that are just sitting there playing video games. So like you can't just be somebody that's like, hey, I want to play video games and go live and expect, like, if you want to go live and go and hang out with the homies, like that's one thing. But if you're actually like, you want to go live and make something of yourself, like just being a gamer, unless you're a god tier gamer, it is so insanely difficult to break into that. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Unless you're just, or you're insanely funny. Like you're just insanely hilarious
like
person. Exactly. You're going to have a very tough time breaking through. But so like in this space, like that's what I've been trying to figure out with Pokemon is I've been trying to figure out like what is a good avenue for me to like, you know, cross the threshold between collector and somehow still reselling a little bit of what I'm getting so that I'm not like completely at a loss. And then the TikTok thing, it's like, you know, sharing the TikTok-y, like sharing what I'm getting with people, because that's like the most enjoyable part of it. And I don't know. It's just it's definitely become I've become wildly engrossed in the Pokemon thing, and I have a fair amount of money tied up in it, and I'm pretty excited about it. Like I just signed up for my Amazon seller license, and I got a LLC for it. I got my paperwork for it submitted, and
what do you need that for? Is that to
I just want to legitimize it. Well, I want to go around and I want to like ultimately, I want to become an online retailer. I got gypped on one of my first boxes of Japanese cards, and it really pissed me off. And I've come to find there's a ton of scammers out there, and I would like to somehow find my angle for creating some form of a like boutique style online retailer store where I only want to really carry like sealed product, but like premium sealed product, you know, like I'm not trying to go out there and buy like 10,000 boxes of the modern set. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for people that like have legitimate, I have a couple of friends that like, they actually have some like really older boxes that they don't want. I can't afford them right now, but you know, like, stuff like that. Like I want to buy people that know me and know that like I'm a vintage video game collector and I have like a pretty like serious collection, that I only really buy nicer things. Like I want that to carry over to this. So I've been spending an ass load of time researching it and laying out the whole business plan, and I've got my spreadsheets, and I don't know, it's been pretty fun actually to like kind of use some of the knowledge that I get from work into this dumbass trading card game.
I mean, if you want, you can try to use the any of the podcast stuff too, like on socials. I don't care. Go for it. You can cross post some stuff. You can do some duets. What are they called?
We can do some stuff like that. We can do some duets.
It'd be kind of fun. So I want to get into it, but yeah, Dom, that honestly that looks awesome. I think once I get back from, I'm doing a bunch of traveling for work. Once I get back, I need
hobbies are fun, man.
Well, the problem is I have too many hobbies right now. So.
Yeah, well, you're Mr. Anderson, so I mean,
I'm doing too much.
You're Agent Smith.
But does redoing your home count as a hobby?
I mean, it's just like if I
that should be Amanda's hobby at this point.
She's very gifted in terms of her ability to do arts and crafts.
Yeah, there's like mad amazing paintings now in your home that she did.
She does all of them.
Truly wonderful.
Yeah, it is incredible. I don't know how she does it, but like I want a different creative outlet, and I just haven't figured out what I want. And someone literally suggested to me, get yourself some colored pencils and a coloring book. I'm like, I'll try anything, but I kind of want to try the painting thing. I'll give it a go because like I mean, you know me, I love fantasy, so.
Especially so like, and that's what's cool about.
Send me a box, Tom.
I don't have a box. You think I just have boxes laying around? You think I just have unopened boxes of Warhammer laying around that I don't get to yet? You think I just have unbuilt things where I'm just that I haven't. Okay, the bit's done.
Yes, I think that you do.
I bet you have even more than that.
These are all I do. These are sci-fi though. These aren't
What is it called? I'm gonna look it up right now.
So
God,
what I play,
that looks like so much work.
What I play is
No, I'm saying like the fantasy stuff.
I know. I'm explaining it, Charlie. What I play.
What you play? What?
Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah, I know that.
Charlie, I'm telling the fucking people, okay? I'm not telling you right now. I'm telling the people, okay? Relax. I play Warhammer 40,000, which is the sci-fi version.
Which one do you play?
Also the fantasy version, which is called Warhammer Age of Sigmar. So Warhammer first started out as a fantasy game. It was just called Warhammer Fantasy, right? Mm-hmm. That all got like kind of pushed aside. And then they didn't have any kind of like fantasy stuff for a bit. It wasn't updated, blah, blah, blah. They did 40,000. But then probably like, I don't remember how long ago they started Age of Sigmar, which was like the new fantasy line. Hilariously enough, they're now doing Warhammer the Old World, which are like the original models from way back when. That's not necessary. I'm sure people will play that, but like, I don't think as much. But yeah, Warhammer Age of Sigmar is the fantasy version, and there's 4 grand like orders, or not orders. I don't know what you would call. They're not factions because there's factions inside. There's 4 like groups, not groups. There's 4 like what would you call it? Like your leaning, like your alignment, right? There's a Grand Alliance of Order,
like factions.
Of Chaos. No, but not factions because there's factions within those.
Oh, yeah.
This shit's so complicating, man.
Dude, we're not even talking about rules, dude.
I know. It's great.
But there's Order, Chaos, Death, and Destruction. Order are like kind of good. Chaos are like, they're like evil demonish dudes. Death are like, there's vampires, there's like ghosts. The ghosts are fucking night haunts. They're fucking cool. There's like all those like zombies and shit. And then Destruction are just like just baddies, right? Like the orcs, the ogres, the giant. There's a faction of giants called Sons of Behemoth. So there's like there's like the 4 main groups. I chose Cities of Sigmar, which are like just a general all around grouping of like humanoids. So like the dwarves fall into that, elves fall into that, the humans, like the normal humans fall into that. But then all of those all have like kind of their individual peeps too, except humans. Humans are only found in Cities of Sigmar, but you could play elves by themselves, dwarves by themselves, blah, blah, blah. But all the models that you could bring in the Cities of Sigmar are fucking cool. Like you could either play a bunch of just like knights on horseback and like pistoliers and like dwarves with them, or they have like these like giant griffins you could play and like hydras. So like really cool different play styles. And they just look fucking tight. And I never really gave a shit about the fantasy, but the new box just came out of the new Cities of Sigmar stuff and they're fucking cool.
Yeah,
so,
I'm seeing the one that are like the flesh eaters.
Yeah, those are I think of Death, right? Those are they're in Death, no Grand Order of Death. Flesh Eater Courts, yeah, those are the vampires and they have zombies with them. They're fucking cool too, dude. All the vampire ones are really cool. I think the actual coolest models in Age of Sigmar are,
you know what I'm realizing?
All the ghosts are fucking really cool looking. Like look at the Night Haunts. Those models are wicked.
There's like a distinct difference between the realm of Pokemon collecting and the hobby of Warhammer. Do you know what it is?
A lot.
Well, hold on.
Literally,
but do you know? Of course. But like the thing that I'm thinking about is the fact
share this right now because look at that. That's super rad.
Your hobby seems much more mature than mine because I'm still the degenerate that's out here buying packs of cards, chasing some shiny card while you're buying what you like and making it look how you like.
Oh, very much.
That's super cool.
Like I'm over here basically
collective value though. Like these things don't appreciate.
Oh, they
you
don't.
Know what I mean. No, I build in paint.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like your armies are, but that's the thing. Like your armies, once they're,
Charlie.
But I mean, your armies actually look.
That's a Night Haunt. Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's people that have bunk looking armies, but yours are very, very well thought out. Like, so like people wouldn't. There's no like intrinsic value in any of that stuff.
No, definitely not. And my stuff is very far away from being something that is considered painted well enough to like sell that it matters.
Really?
Oh my God, dude. The people who paint this that are like professional painters are like,
link one in Discord next time you see you're like,
well, I bought a pro painted model not long ago. because I didn't want to buy this model separately. So this is a dude I follow on Instagram. We're not gonna be able to see the intricacies of why it's so good. Let's see if it even focuses. Maybe.
I mean, it is pretty fucking legit looking.
Okay, so this is a professionally painted model I bought. Someone made.
Okay.
Notice like the color of like the shining steel on the sword, all of the highlighting in the wings, and even in just the intricately in the armor. The cloak itself is like, I buy your shit, dumb. Thanks, buddy. So like that is like a pro painted model. This actually, I bought this for $120. This should have been. I can't believe it was so cheap. Truly, I don't know if he messed something up. Like this is easily like hundreds of dollars of a model if I were to buy this from any other place.
Why
What?
If you're saying that there's no
fucking wild.
Hold on, if you're saying there's no value in them, but you're telling me that you paid $120 for a model, that's
no. I say there's no value in like something I do, but like a professional painter who is like buying painting models and selling just for like that. Those are expensive because that person is probably like charging $50 an hour and probably puts like
yours
100
aren't
hours
that bad,
into
man. Yours aren't that bad.
I that's one, very sweet. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do put a lot of time and effort to it, but no, I'm not putting the same time in my shit. No, by any means that person does.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's fucking rad.
Oh, Bellacore. Yeah, Bellacore's fucking
that looks
tight.
Awesome.
Bellacore's really cool.
Oh, anyway.
He you actually use him in both 40K and in fantasy. Fun fact.
Yeah, that is legit.
Demons that exist, like the demon models, you can either play them in fantasy or 40K. So a lot of people, not a lot of people, but there are people who just buy a shitload of demons and play both games. No, but I mean, like the professional painter is doing things that I don't do because I don't care enough to do the time in that. Like they're highlighting that they do, or the shading that they do.
How long do you think that takes them to paint that one figure?
Fuck if I know, dude. God, I'm sure it's different for like a lot of the.
Just take a guess. It's like if you
let me show you like what we're talking. Let me go to eBay and look up a pro painted model, but I can kind of
a propane model.
Painted
propane gas and propane accessories.
I was just looking at this one model I wanted to buy the other day. I think the guy was selling it for $400.
Damn it, Bobby.
Where? Of course, these aren't
Warhammer.
Okay, so actually, this isn't even a good example. This guy should not be selling this for $400. This is not a very good model.
Here, let me find an example. Wait, this isn't a good example.
This, I mean, yeah. Hold up.
That's the idea. But anyway, yeah, I'm thinking of if I can dive into that'd be kind of fun. And I want to see if my local shop carries this.
I guarantee it. If it's the actual Warhammer shop, they will. But also, you should look. I would search more, Charlie, for a local game store. Not necessarily like
we have one.
But are we talking about Warhammer? Wait,
you mean a local like a mom and pop shop?
Yes, because they always sell them cheaper. They almost always will do discounts because they have the margin to do it.
Yeah.
B, you're supporting a local business instead of like a chain of Warhammer shops. Where are you again? You're in Stanford, Connecticut. Warhammer. There is an actual Warhammer store.
Yeah, it's down the street from where I used to live.
See if there is. I almost guarantee that there is a game store that has, and they'll have everything. Pokemon, they'll have this, all that. You know.
So
look like it surprisingly.
Outside of the Pokemon Warhammer stuff, I have actually been playing some video games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, Josh, what you been playing? Wow.
I have been playing World of Warcraft, but
no.
Okay. But more importantly,
that's actually really funny. Like I've been playing World of Warcraft. Oh, never would have guessed.
More importantly, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 finally.
Oh yes,
that game.
Yes. I just remembered I got to fucking download Starfield. I keep forgetting.
Dude. Okay, so Baldur's Gate 3 is the shit. There are definitely some bugs to it. I will say that like we've experienced some funky shit. But for the most part, the game is the truth. It is probably the most true to form RPG that I've played in God knows how long. I mean, it really feels like you're playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. You know,
it does have that hard feel.
Yeah, like there's real like consequences and yeah. I know you were saying that you weren't really like super enjoying it, Charlie, and I think it's probably because I mean maybe I probably wouldn't enjoy it myself. Michael, Trondo, my best friend, he loves Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and he can't put this game down. Like he's been playing by himself and he's playing with me, and it's like, you know, he's like just addicted to the game.
I mean, I love Baldur's Gate. Like, don't get me wrong. The reason why, I have a bunch of games. I'm still finishing Final Fantasy 16, so I'm forcing myself to finish the games I'm starting before I start really dive into something. I have maybe 6 hours into Baldur's Gate 3, so I obviously don't have much time into it. Yeah, but so
here I'll get you interested. I'm halfway to the Platinum Trophy.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. Because Trondo wants it.
I don't. I mean, I'll get it. I can't. I'm not.
I'm probably going to get it before you because of Trondo, not because I want to get it.
Yeah. Well, the one is like you have to beat it on the hardest difficulty setting, which is
I know. He's already like he's solo playing on the hardest. My friend is okay.
I know. I've done. Well, before you get into that. Like if you really like this game, I highly recommend you check out Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2. It's made by the same company, Larian Studios. I love those games. It's the same concept, same way as that Baldur's Gate 3 is run. So if you really like this, you're gonna really like those two games. Especially, I haven't really dived too much into Baldur's Gate and seeing like if they do much of like the environmental effects, because like one of the things you could do is like set oil. You could throw a thing of oil, then light it on fire, and everybody blows up.
Here, let me. I'll give you a little example. We set up. We were in this goblin camp, right? Because one of the first early quests you have to do is you have to go invade a goblin camp.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Oh, you did that? Okay. Yeah. So there's
I haven't did that. I literally just got into the town where like you defended against goblins. That's what.
Okay. So you have to invade the goblin camp next, and there's a fight where there's a room that you're in, and there's like probably 8 or 9 goblins, and then there's like the leader of the goblin camp. Well, Trondo and I set up 6 flaming barrels, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the room, like in a fan. And then we were like walking around trying to think about how we were going to do it. And I just climbed up a ladder I saw, and we were in the rafters, and we were like, oh shit. And we wiped the whole fucking room out from the rafters. Not a single point of damage was done to us. We killed all 9 of those goblins with one fucking shot. We basically timed it to where I threw a bomb right down on the main guy, and then he threw a bomb down on the barrels. And dude, it was just like, go boom, like this giant explosion pops off. And the game lagged for a second because there were so many explosions going off. And yeah, we basically just like murdered everybody. And we've done that probably on 4 or 5 different occasions where we've like set up traps. And we do that a lot where we're like, we'll like set up a funnel where I'll put down, because I'm playing a bard and I'm secondary playing the mage, and I'll put down, there's like a plant AoE that he puts on the ground, the bard can, and it like slows everything down. And I'll put that down, and then right behind it, I'll put the grease down on the ground. So like they're trying to get to us, right? Because they're gonna try to dash in to try to get in. The plant thing slows them down, and then when they finally get to the grease, they just fall over. And so we've been just like murdering people, and it's been really, really fucking fun to play that game together. And like, he does shit that gets us killed. I've done shit that gets us killed. We've like screamed at each other. We've laughed hysterically. Like it's been a pretty good campaign of Dungeons and Dragons, or whatever you want to say. And I'd say 10 out of 10 experience so far.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to diving into it, like giving it an official like run through once I finish Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, when you actually have time and you could coordinate it, if you want to, like, I guarantee you we could do another one with Mike. Trondo is addicted to the game like badly, and if you ever want to like try to set it up, we could easily play one together, because I want to play it again as a fighter. I haven't played as any of the melee classes. I've played as the mage and the bard, which is kind of like hybrid, like between a melee rogue cast, like healer. I don't know. It's
I'm playing it. I'm playing as a ranger right now. Because that's why I always play this kind of games, just to learn it, because it's easier to fight from afar.
Right.
But I want to play. Honestly, I'd love to play a support class with somebody else. Is what I'd love.
Yeah. See, you would probably like.
So I'm totally.
That's actually
down
the bard is a support class easily, but the good thing about the bard is that their persuasion's super high, so they have really good conversation
sing
skills.
People into getting what you want. It's like,
I mean, you're not wrong, because like because Michael and I like noticed that a lot of the conversations we get into, there's times he'll walk up and start talking to him, and they'll just be like, "Fuck you, Githyanki," like I'm gonna fuck you up, because we've learned that the Githyanki are basically like the hated people of the game. And so are Drow, and like I'm playing a Drow and he's playing the Githyanki. So like everywhere we go, we're like the hated people. It's really fucking funny, but like, game's incredible. I don't know. We spent a lot of time on it. As soon as we get done with this, I'm gonna go play it. This is the first game I've played in a very long time that's like actually had me wanting to stop playing WoW, which is there's something to be said about that, right? I mean, because you guys know I'm like monster addicted to the game. Which, by the way, I'm very excited because the Lich King is approaching, and I'm sorry. This actually, I know we're talking about Baldur's Gate 3. I know we're talking about Baldur's Gate 3, but like I'm a pothead. It just reminded me that I you guys know I don't like to talk about WoW too much, but like my so I host 3 raids now. I organize 3 raids, GBids, and my main one that we do, we accidentally got the Tribute to Immortality, which means that we completed the Trial of the Grand Crusader without anybody dying. Like nobody had a single death. Whoa. And we got like this special like black pony or whatever. Wow. But anyways, Overachievers Gaming Podcast, that is like actually legitimately a very, very, very difficult achievement to get. Like not a lot of people have gotten, not a ton of people have gotten it. So I'm super proud. I never got it back in the day. So yeah, it was just like one of those. I mean, it is actually very difficult. So I mean, in terms of the fact that I know we are anyways, back to Baldur's Gate. I know that you guys are cracking the fuck up over my squirrel ADD, but I don't care.
Wow. Yeah, I don't want to play Baldur's Gate.
You don't want to play Baldur's Gate?
Not at all?
No, I have zero.
You don't seem like the kind of person that would be into it.
You can try it, Dom.
Nah, it's way too time consuming. I don't think that. Nah.
Yeah.
You want to play Starfield, right?
I want to try Starfield. Yeah. Baldur's Gate is like it's too Dungeons and Dragons-y for me.
Yeah.
But do you even know what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally know what it means.
Bard. Yeah. I don't want to be rolling bards and setting up my build to go through this thing. I don't want to do all that.
I straight up would not want to play this game by myself. If Trondo weren't like the kind of person.
Can you do a 3-person group?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Because the fourth person just gets controlled by one of the other
so you can do up to 4.
Group. So yeah. We could easily do that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the game looks well made. It looks good. The story looks cool. It's just not my.
It's gonna win.
It's not my vibe.
I think it's gonna win Game of the Year, but that's just me. That's my hunch. I'm not saying that it's the best game of all time. I'm just saying I think it's gonna win Game of the Year.
There's a reason why I'm not saying I definitively think Zelda's gonna win Game of the Year, because I've not played the other games that are contenders, and I don't think that it's. You can't be impartial. You can't be impartial.
But Zelda is going to be. It's actually a tough choice. It's actually a very tough choice.
It's a very tough.
It's actually a very tough choice. Yeah,
it's a very tough choice.
Yeah, that is.
Tears of the Kingdom is still, I think, a perfect game. But I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. Maybe I mean, do you have a Switch, Charlie?
I have a Switch, but I think I'm gonna wait. If I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna wait until Switch 2. Which there's rumors.
There's rumors. I don't know definitively though.
I don't know. I'm not really in a rush to play it.
I don't know. There's a lot of good games out right now. I've been seeing a lot about Armored Core 6 as well. And like,
I definitely want the new Armor. I used to fucking love Armored Core.
Oh yeah.
But I know that we talked about it a little bit in the chat. I'm worried that it's Souls-like, and that's what the critics of the game say. It's like a Souls game now, which is
then crazy. I might really, really, really like it.
Same.
Yeah, Charlie and I sign us up as long as it's not.
I'll wait till it's on sale.
Sekiro-like. As long as it's not Sekiro-like.
I think it's just Souls and like
the best Souls game that ever existed.
Charlie, I think actually, you know what, Charlie, like I think it just dawned on me that when we're all older and we retire and we have like the OGG,
like next year.
Yeah, the OGG podcast where it's like the OG grandpa podcast. I think we need to like set
The
out
grandpa podcast.
It'll be like a thing where like you and I go in person to like beat Sekiro together, and like we have like a rage wall next to us that we can like actually, because I mean we're gonna need a raid. We might need two actually, and yeah, we'll have I think that's what we'll have to make like a whole event out of it, but.
Yeah,
it'll be the game to beat at that point in time, right? Because then at that point we don't have anything else to do with our lives. We're retired, right?
Oh, you're retired. You got nothing else to do. You can spend.
I'm just
3
ripping
months
Warhammer every day when I'm retired.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You gonna play this
Warhammer
I was
and
like,
making pizza?
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Warhammer and pizza. Yeah, sign me up.
Warhammer. Your pizza's been looking fire lately, son.
Dang, I haven't made one in a while. It's so
No, I don't remember. Whatever pictures I saw you making them.
Not fun busy with work, but it's all good.
Yeah, well,
you do a super thin
work
crust.
isn't always supposed to be work.
Say it again,
fun.
Charlie?
You do a super thin crust pizza.
I could, but this like kind of defeats the purpose of this style of pizza I'm making.
Yeah, but that's what I want to make.
He's making that Napoli style pizza.
Pizza di Napolitana. Speaking Italian, last week, this is not video game related. I don't care. Y'all just listen to me anyway.
Oh, boy.
I started doing Italian classes in person.
Oh,
last week
molto
was
bene.
Yeah, okay. And last week,
what do you mean? Yeah, okay.
that was very bad pronunciation. But it's fine. I'm not mad at you about it. I appreciate you trying.
Listen to him.
Non ci sono due supermercati qui vicino.
Last week was my first
Do you
class.
know what I
It was
said?
very fun. It's something about not wanting a cappuccino in the morning, maybe. You said it so
No.
fucking fast, I couldn't even hear you.
I know. It says non ci sono due supermercati qui vicino, which means no, there are not two supermarkets nearby. Super tough, good information to know.
Hilarious. Overachieving Grandpa Gaming yeah, OGGP podcast. That's funny. You're funny, OSU BD.
Yeah, we gotta in the OGGG podcast, we gotta do things like we have to put Charlie and I in a room together where like he's really good at Gran Turismo and I suck complete donkey dick at it, and like he can't play, but he has to like coach me to be better at it, and then like we'll do the same thing with him at like what's the game I'm really good at? There's actually are there any games that I'm really good at it? Yeah, okay, we can do it with WoW. Okay, yeah, I think that's the only one that
they're
I'm
going to
better than you
re-release
at,
Classic at some point,
Oh, of course. It'll be like classic of classic at that
Classic
point in time. Again. Yeah, classic again. Classic 26-year reunion.
Yeah, right.
45-year reunion.
Yeah, 45, yeah.
Oh my
Classic
God.
OGG edition.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
But-
Apparently, the new Space Marine 2, back on video games. I guess technically it was video games, but the new Space Marine 2,
Back on relevant video
which
game
I thought was
information.
being delayed till next year, still says it's coming out this winter, and I signed up for the beta. I really hope I can play the beta.
Oh, where do you sign up for the beta?
Through the game developer's website, and it is a bad website. Focus Entertainment. If you want to sign up for the beta, you do it on there, and it is a bad like UI setup to get on to sign up for the beta. It took me so many fucking tries, and like you can't even buy the game right now. Normally, you can only pre-order the collector's edition. Like, what is that shit? Like, you can't
What is
lie.
Atomic Heart? I've never heard of that.
What'd you say?
I'm looking at Atomic Heart. I was like, oh, it popped up. I don't know. Okay, so it's in the games section.
I think so. Just search Space Marine 2 beta.
Oh, okay.
Google.com there. I'm gonna bring you to space. Yes, our Focus Entertainment. And you can sign up for the beta, create an account, and it is just like it took me like refreshing it 30,000 times to get through to the website.
Wow, that's a lot of times.
Not literally, Charlie. It took me 40,000 times. Get it? 40,000. The game looks fucking great.
Yeah, it does look very
good.
good.
It has the World War Z engine for all the bugs.
I just entered my birthday. Why do I have to enter my birthday again?
I'm telling you, it's bad. It's a bad setup. It's definitely a bad setup. But
Can you just copy and paste? I don't know. I get I don't know. I'm just working in software. I'm just like, I understand like what's good and what's bad. I'm like, this is, yeah, you're right.
Look at your software boy now.
I am a software boy.
He is the software boy.
Anyway, so you're playing everyone's playing a variety of games, which is,
I'm actually going to download, you remind me, I'm going to download Starfield today.
Yo, let me know how it is. It looks great.
Cool. That's on Games Pass.
Is it?
I think Microsoft bought Bethesda, didn't they? That's why it is. Yeah, it's on Games Pass for free.
It's on Games Pass for free. Oh fuck yeah! I'm gonna do it right now,
baby.
Damn.
Oh, I just misread this. I looked at my available as opposed to what it needed, and I thought that it said 956 gigs download, but I have that much available in my.
That would be
156 gigs.
the biggest
game. It's 156 gig. Wow, dude. That's shit. Dang, actually, I can't put it in my fast drive. I got to put it in my slower drive. It's too big.
Oh, too big for the fast drive.
Installing. It's funny. I remember the other day when we talked about Starfield, I was hearing great reviews of it, and now the reviews are opposite from people. The only person that's still talking positive about it actually is Shroud. Everyone else is
actually
eating, is fucking shitting on it. It looks beautiful though.
What else is new?
Yeah, well, keep us posted. I want to hear more. I will probably play it when it goes on sale.
Yeah. Well, don't you have Games Pass?
No, I
thought you did.
I used to. I got rid of it because I wasn't playing anything. So.
Oh, fair.
But maybe for $10 a month. Oh, do you know what? Actually, my buddy works for Microsoft. Maybe I can
get those codes, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll give it to you for free, probably, right? Don't they? If you have a buddy.
No, it's like a half off.
Oh,
not
so
free.
Nice though.
I'll take half off. Anyway, cool.
Yo, I'm waiting for them to announce a new Resident Evil game. It's been a while, right?
Yes, 8 was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. Because that was the last.
Didn't they say they were gonna? No, 4 remastered was the last one. That was earlier this year.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when's the next
you mean sequential?
Yeah.
Resident Evil
they're
9.
making 9. Yeah, I mean, it's.
My guess would be either they'll probably come out like when did the last one come out? They came out in like winter, right? So I would guess like February if they're gonna do one
I wonder
this
what
year
the next
or next
remake they're gonna do is too, because they're gonna work on.
I thought they were doing 5 as the next one.
I think that's what I said, but I don't actually know. Like, I wonder what the word on the streets is.
What's on the DL or the stuff?
DL?
According to a reputable leaker.
Oh, the download. But it just sounded, the way you put it was funny.
According to a reputable leaker, the Resident Evil 9 release date will be sometime in 2025.
I mean, that makes sense. I'd rather them, take the time and do it well,
Oh, wow. Oh, so they're going to stray away from the story about Ethan Winters or his daughter. So we're going to be on to a different
protagonist.
Yeah. It looks like
maybe they'll actually do something a little bit more like back to the roots of horror.
That's the rumor is there's a picture of Leon with his jacket, and there's a picture of Jill as well. So
okay.
We'll see. I wouldn't mind them going back to some OG instead of away from this like crazy weird.
Yeah, I feel like it got out of hand a little bit.
The last one was a little. Dude, okay, I really liked 7. 7 was a fucking phenomenal game, right? I actually will put that up there as one of the better Resident Evil games. 8 was very
arcadey.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, arcadey is an extremely good way to put it. Not a bad game, right?
8 felt like the story was okay. But it felt like how 6 was just kind of like what are you doing?
Yeah, it's a fun game, right? Like it's not a bad game by any means, but it's just not what you think of when you're buying a Resident Evil game. You're thinking, okay, I'm gonna like play a horror game where I gotta like really ration my ammunition, and there's gonna be like hordes of zombies coming at me, and then now it's like there's like these giant creatures with superpowers, and I mean, granted, there was already like the Nemesis, which is like the big creature with superpowers, but
yeah, I guess there's only so much T-virus stuff you can do.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so many zombies you can shoot, right? So they got to think of some way to bring it back.
Are there only so many zombies you can
I
shoot?
will always buy it. If they just keep giving me the same shit, my dumbass consumer ass will buy it over and over again. I don't care, dude. Like, I love it. Like, give me the dude. If they
give the
reissue
boy his zombies.
Yeah, give me my OG Resident Evil
Zombots.
tank views. Like, I gotta like walk around and shoot over this way, and if it and hope that it hits the target. Like, not like, here, let me
wasting your
shoot at this guy with like laser fucking pointer accuracy and have to hit him with pinpoint on the nose. My high ass is like, dude, what?
Finish your thought.
Anyways.
Now you got the giggles. All right, I think that's a good spot to end everything. So
it's not just kidding right now.
as snot comes out of Tom says. All right, and thanks everyone for coming.
And watch Ahsoka, by the way.
Oh yeah, watch
Ahsoka
for sure. It's very good.
If you haven't been watching, it's super good.
Anyway, thanks everyone for coming out. We'll catch you all next time on the Overachievers Gaming Podcast. This episode's gonna come out a little later because I forgot to release the last one. The next one comes out on Tuesday. Yeah, I forgot to complete. I got so busy because I'm going to a trade show like tomorrow.
Mr. Anderson.
I'm headed to Stockholm for 4 days, and then I'll be in Amsterdam for 5.
That's cool. Have fun.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time. So anyway, all right, I'll catch you all next time. Until then, you can find us on Instagram at OG the Podcast. Our Twitter is OverachieversP. Our website's ogpodcast.fm, where we get this episode, every episode where we're talking about what we're playing,
and every episode
what we're looking forward to, and
gaming news.
There you go. Thank you. Good night. See you. Bye.
Good night. See you. Bye.